yo, Ricky,
Hey, what?
you said you were gonna buy Simple Plan last week. You buy it yet?
Yeah?
Where is it? I
I
don't see it.
don't got it, man. I don't got it,
Let's
man.
go. Dude, I swear to
Hey,
God, if you
hey.
buy Simple Plan by
Hey, leave me alone, man.
Whenever someone's like, what are your plans this weekend? This is what I'm going to show them. So, just went to Sam's Club, stocked up on a ton of groceries for this weekend of production. This isn't even close to half of the groceries that we use. So we get groceries in a few different ways. The first and majority of what our food comes from is called Sysco. It's nationwide. It's a food supplier. You can get pretty much anything you want. Most restaurants and other food services will use Sysco. They'll drop off straight to our kitchen. So that's helpful. That does the bulk of everything. And then anything that maybe I don't need a huge quantity of, or maybe Sysco doesn't have something, maybe it's a better price, I will go to Sam's Club to get all that stuff. And we also do H-E-B, so here in Texas, it's like the biggest grocery store down here, so we'll do a curbside order for all of that. So it's a lot of food, a lot of ingredients that we're dealing with, and this is what some of my weekends look like. Just, getting those ingredients, making sure that everything is ready to go, because we don't want to make grocery store runs in the middle of the day when we're trying to make all the meals. It's inefficient, it's going to take time, you're probably going to spend more money because you're just trying to go for convenience. That is a little bit of what goes into the meal prep. It's not like you just show up one day and all the food is magically there. You got to get it somehow. And the first couple weeks, I would almost go to H-E-B and just shop for all the ingredients by hand. Now we're leveling up, and at some point we're going to stop, going to Sam's Club and we're getting everything delivered. But that's what we're doing right now, and it's a beautiful day. We have our most meals ever that we're going to produce tomorrow, 845. So super excited for that, and just getting everything prepped and ready to go. So when the team comes in tomorrow morning, we're ready to hit the ground running and have a productive weekend. What's going on? Welcome back to another vlog documenting Simple Plan Austin as we grow to become the biggest meal prep in Texas. So it's been a minute since I got on the camera and produced a video. So this video is going to include some updates from the last couple weeks, but the main thing I want to talk about and be transparent about, because I think this is helpful, something I'm learning about right now, and I think it's something that people need to talk about more, is competition. When this all started and Simple Plan Austin got kicked off a couple years ago, I took over last year, a little bit over a year ago. There were other services in Austin, but nothing was like, dang, this is a huge competitor. I feel intimidated by them. There's some bigger corporations that aren't super local, but obviously they have a pretty big share of the market because they have marketing dollars, they have branding, they have the name, they've been established for years, etc. Then there's some smaller services that we quickly just started crushing, in my opinion. Based on number of meals, I just think, hey, we're probably doing a lot more volume than them. Mostly due to the fact that I knew a lot of these people out there were making meals in their own kitchen at home. And knowing the nature of this business, I'm like, I know you can't make 200 plus meals out of your home kitchen in one day. So when we started hitting 400, 500, 600 meals, I was like, okay, we're probably doing a little bit more volume than them. But anyways, the reason I'm bringing this up is because there is a new service that is coming to Austin, and well, they're here now. I don't need to mention the name. I'm not trying to talk bad about anyone. I'm not trying to cause any beef. Competition is a real thing, and something someone told me today, because I was just venting about this, and I'm just like, man, I'm trying to go so hard now. I feel a little bit of pressure. And they said, if you don't have competition, you're not doing things the right way. And I was like, yeah, you're right. So competition is a good thing. Competition is always going to happen. So I want to talk about how I'm feeling about it, what I'm doing to get ahead of it, and what this all means. And then we can kind of look back on this months from now, a year from now, and see, okay, are we winning the battle, essentially? So this other company, they are a larger corporation. They're in multiple different states. They come in and make a storefront property here in Austin. I could be wrong, but I don't think they produce the food in Austin. I think they produce it somewhere else, maybe like Houston or something, and then they ship everything to their different stores across the state. So they're not 100% local, but they do have a local storefront. That's something we don't have. So they started opening, and when I first saw it, I was just like, I don't feel intimidated by it. Whatever, it's fine. And I started to see their ads come in on my feed because they have a big marketing budget. I'm sure, because it's a bigger company and they can just pump a ton of stuff out there. They had a grand opening, and I saw people that are in my circle / friends showing up, commenting on their posts, etc. And it really hit me. I was just like, dang, like this is what competition truly is. And I will say, I will give a quick disclaimer. I will never, ever fault someone or get mad at them for liking someone else's food more than they like ours, or wanting to buy someone else's stuff more than they want to buy ours. That is not my responsibility. What I can control is having a great product, having a great service, caring about people, showing up, that customer relationship. That is what I can control. If someone's just like, hey, this other service has a option that I like better, this other service it's closer to my home, I don't know. I can't control that, and that is on them. That's their opinion. I'm not going to lose sleep over people that are going to another service. If they are going to the other service because my product is falling off, or my service isn't good, or I don't care about my customers, that is a problem, and something I would need to take ownership over. Obviously, that is not the situation we're in right now. But we're in a time in this business where we have a legit competitor that's entering in, that is, selling meals, that have people coming in, that have people posting about it, talking about it online, people that I would say are friends of mine and are going over there. It's important to be honest about these things. It's easy for me to come on the camera here and say, like, F the competition, I don't care about them, there's no competition, we're the best, whatever. I think if you truly think that way, like, you got to be real. You got to put yourself in check. There's always ways to improve. There's always ways to reach new people. There's always opportunity to win people over. So you should be watching what your competitors are doing. You should be worried about them taking your customers. You should be trying to find ways you can be better than them. That is very important, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's my stance on it. I'm not going to sit here and block them on Instagram or just never look at their stuff and just be like, out of sight, out of mind. I think there's a lot of power in not like stressing over it and micromanaging and all those things. But for me, I'm like, I want to be abreast of what's going on. I want to be in the loop. I want to understand, like, what can I be doing better? How can I improve? So I'm going to explain kind of where my mind's at with all of that. Number one is marketing. The biggest eye-opening thing for me was when I started seeing their Instagram content come through on my page through ads. Right now, we're not running ads for Simple Plan. We were at the end of last year. I ended up pulling the plug on that because we were growing a little bit too fast, which is an incredible problem to have. But we were getting so many meals and orders that I was like, okay, let's learn how to manage this with my staff and hire new people before we make the next push. At our best, we did 855 meals in 1 week. And I thought to myself, hey, this is incredible, but what if these ads keep catching on and next week we have 1,200 meals? I don't want the quality of my service, my product, to now fall off because we can't handle it. So, number one, get back to running ads. Marketing is super important. Even if you're not completely converting a ton of people from the ads, it's just being top of mind. Showing people who you are, what you do, be that constant reminder, be that annoying service that every time someone goes on Instagram in Austin, they're like, oh, here's this person again. Because they might be buyers. They might end up being like, oh, yeah, I remember seeing that person, that service all the time. I might as well go with them. So being top of mind through ads. Number two, doubling down on the local community aspect. I was always so in the community towards like the summer and fall of last year, and we got a ton of success from it, doing every event possible that we could, making sure we were present in the gyms that we were partnered with, talking to people, shaking hands, posting more. That kind of dropped off a little bit. Again, I was like, hey, we're growing a little bit too fast. I don't want us to get ahead of ourselves. But now that our staff is operating at a very high level, I have an amazing team, I'm like, okay, let's put the foot on the gas again. And number one, I want to reach more people. I want to serve more people. I want to, talk to people, hear what they're dealing with, see how we can help them. But I also want to avoid another service coming in and taking the partnerships that we've established. So showing the community that we care, that we're present, that we're 100% local is what I'm going to lean on. I live in a neighborhood area in Austin, and I go get my mail at this community mailbox, and there's a wooden beam on the top that people put like flyers on of like, I'll clean your house, I'll do this. So I'm like, I'm just gonna mass print a ton of flyers and go around all these neighborhoods and just stick it on mailboxes. Not a personal mailbox, but the community mailbox. And if they get taken down, I don't care, at least we're trying. So those are a couple of things. I'm also looking to bring on some marketing help. So I was talking to people on Fiverr, which is a great way to get, cheap help because people work from overseas, to help with graphic design these flyers, design social media posts, just so things look a little bit more professional, they look better. And then I'm also looking to bring on someone to do some content with us, get in the kitchen, show our process, we can talk about things. That's really going to stand out. So these are the things that are going through my mind, and this is the pressure that you sign up for as a business owner, and I'm enjoying it because I felt a spark in this last week that I haven't felt in about a year. I get excited about my business. I get excited about being a business owner and the opportunities that come with it, but sometimes things just seem stagnant or just like, oh, it's the same old, and now it's like, no, like, game on. You said you wanted to make this a big thing. Let's go make it a big thing. Let's not wait 5 years. Let's do it this year. And that's where my mindset's at right now. And I want people to feel that. I want my customers to know, like, I want to be the best. I want the people around me to know that he's really doing everything he can to be the best in the area so that they're more likely to spread the word, contribute. They can purchase meals if they want to. And when we end up getting our storefront in Austin, maybe they just show up and throw it on an Instagram story. Like, I want to be that presence that people are just like, hey, like, I want to support this guy. Maybe it's not monetary, maybe it's just word of mouth, maybe it's through social media, but being so bought in on what I have going on and showing how much I care, that's super important. So these are some things that have been going through my mind. I'll continue to document, like, hey, what's working versus what's not. And I'm not scared to share these things because someone can copy us, but we did it first. In business, you're always going to be copied. You're always going to be imitated, but you can never be duplicated. I think that's how the quote goes. So we're going to go out, we're going to get messy, we're going to try a ton of things and just see what works versus what doesn't. And you know what's going to happen? We're going to come out on the other side a little bit better. And we're going to piss some people off, aka competitors. And we're going to get more customers, and we're going to serve more people, and we're going to get closer to our goal of having a storefront in Austin. And we're going to get closer to having people, real people, walk into our store on a Wednesday because they just finished their workout and they want a high protein meal. That is what fires me up. That is what gets me excited about this process. And I just thank God for bringing competition so that this can come alive in me. So that's about all I got. That was a little rant. This is not a business masterclass. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm going to try a ton of stuff, see what works, and document it. But thank you for watching this video. There's going to be some more stuff after this, but I hope you enjoy. rolling right
you
now.
hold this? Actually, I'll just set it on.
This is Kyle.
Hello, YouTube.
Simple,
This is YouTube.
Simple Plan Athlete.
Hello, YouTube.
Yes. Simple Plan Athlete. You've been doing your class for how long here?
8 months?
8
Since
months.
June of last year, June of 2024.
Okay. And you're consistently getting 20, 30, 40 people
Yeah,
here
30 to 40. Yeah.
at your class, which is pretty rare at this gym. But you've cracked the code, you've had a good community. Why do you like having brands come and give stuff out and be a part of the community you built?
I think the reason I've built a good community is because I want to bring people together. Everyone feels like they have a little family here, and I want to offer things to my people. So when my people, one of my good friends, Matt Lupi, the whole reason I'm here, can come and offer something to all my people at my class, and they can all have great food afterwards, and it helps Matt with more eyeballs on the business he's building, the empire he's building. Best of both worlds, man. And that is Austin, Texas in a nutshell. Reciprocity all around. Everyone's helping everybody win.
Facts. I love it. Last question. What do you like about Simple Plan?
What I like about Simple Plan is that it's simple. I have never used a meal prep service before. And after not having to go to the grocery store and not having to do the dishes, I could never turn back.
You heard him. And this is a man who ran half marathon at a 6-minute pace.
And that is because of the double protein.
Look at the way he looks.
That's double protein all day from Simple Plan.
I mean, come on. All right, we're in the kitchen now. This week we have 768 meals, so a good bump from last week. I'm gonna show you a little bit of the operation. Right now, I have Alec working on our hot honey chicken bowl. Jaden's doing our chicken sausage breakfast bowl, or breakfast burger. I'm working on custom meals. So if people want to customize their meals, they get a separate nutritional label. So I'm working on that. This is more so what we're working with. And then a lot of other space over there.